This video is by no means helpful for anybody wanting to move. So do not use this as a guide for your move if you are moving. I assure you there are much better YouTubers to model your move after. So. Oh my gosh. It's cold in here.
How are you gonna move all your plants?
I was thinking like those big plastic kind of like Tupperware things.
Mm-hmm. Take a big trip in your car, just like fill it up.
Yeah, do like a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take a few trips. That's gonna take all day. The really big ones, maybe we'll put them in the actual U-Haul. Like the big Monstera over there in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
There's one. That one's huge.
And
it's grown
like,
since I got it and had
like
it in my car. Yeah, like that one, the money tree.
All right, so this is what I look like without makeup, exhausted, eyes puffy from allergies. Like, this is me. Normally I try to do myself up, but I have so much going on. I don't have time, and I do want to film and let you guys know like what is going on. So I've put all my plants in these crates, and it took me a long time to put all these plants in the crates, and as I was going through, I was checking all my plants just to like see what was going on, because they've all been living in my guest bedroom as we're getting the house ready to list, just so the rest of the house didn't have plants everywhere and I could clean as I went, and then all my plants were just in one room. So what we're doing is we're showing the house, and we have to like get everything out that we're not leaving for staging purposes. And that includes all my plants. So I can't just leave them in a storage unit because it's starting to get cold here at night. One of our friends is allowing me to leave my plants at her house. And I don't know that she realizes how many plants there are going to be, because I don't know. I think I've counted like 12 huge, it's just crates and crates and crates of plants. We only had a couple of weeks to get our house ready to list so that we can be good to go when we move into the new house. We didn't want a whole month and a half of overlap and 2 mortgages to pay, all that. We've only had like a week and a half to get the house ready to list. I don't have any time to like mess around with anything. I have to get these plants to my friend's house. I'm already way behind on all the projects that I need to do. The way I set the plants up in the crates are the plants that are used to being around each other for pest prevention. So I have all my plants smushed together in these crates, which I already don't like to do because I've been dealing with spider mites, and I don't like my plants to be touching each other anyways. And then come to find out, after I've got them all smushed together, I go on to like my very last couple plants, and I find thrips. Yeah, thrips. I've never had thrips before. I didn't even know what they were. I posted on my Instagram story as a cry for help, like, what are these? What can I do? Yes, they're thrips, which like the fleas of houseplants that actually kill the plants, but they spread rapidly. If you get them on your hands or on your clothes, they can spread to your plants. Like, just a nightmare, to be honest, because I don't have time to like treat my plants. Apparently they're like super contagious to the other plants. Of course, it's my Alocasia black velvet, which was right near my like Brandtianum and my Philodendron silver sword and my Hoya carrii, like some of my more uncommon plants that I have. And not to vent, but I'm venting a little bit, but I'm so behind on all my packing and stuff, and they're all crated up together. At this point I'm just gonna have to wait, because I have to take them to my friend's house. Like, I have to take them today. And I just found out last night about the thrips. So, and the fact that I put the plants that are used to being around each other together, like, that was good that I did that. It will at least contain it to one crate. The ones that were around the Alocasia black velvet, I've kept those together. But yeah, it's the suck, man. It's the suck. I'm super stressed out about it. And I'm already super stressed out, and I'm just trying to stay positive, but it's really stressful. Because I have to prioritize, and we have to get all of this done, so for our move. So, and not to be all like cliche, but when this stuff happens, I do try to like stay focused on the positive and know that like, yes, I'm dealing with this threat problem, but thank goodness that there are options that can help to get rid of it. So like, even though it sucks and it's going to take time and I have to wait, which I don't want to have to do to treat them, chances are I will be able to get rid of it. Even if it gets bad while they're in the crates, like, I'll be able to get rid of it. And you know what? If it kills some of my plants, like, it'll take time, but I'll be able to build back my collection if needed. You know, I can buy these plants again. And I have so much to be grateful for. So even though it's stressful right now, like, getting a new, like, I just have to stay focused on the positive and not focus so much on the negative. So I guess I'm just gonna be doing these little vlogs as I go along, because I don't have time to like set up my whole camera and do the whole thing. It's just too crazy. I've been trying to film and stuff and I haven't been able to do much because I don't have time to mess with it. So so it's gonna be like iPhone quality for parts of this video, and I hope that's all right. All right, guys, I'm at Lowe's. I gotta get a butt ton of stuff for the house, so I'm checking out for now. I'll talk to you later. Alright, so my friend has let me borrow her garage. So nice of her. They're going to be here for at least a week. And there aren't any windows in here, so I'm gonna see kind of how it goes. I may come and check on them. But I have them all sectioned out. I did, you know, double check. This is the one that is prone to, or is at risk for thrips. And I did look through them and I don't see any more thrips. That doesn't mean they don't have them, obviously, but you know, at this point I can't wait around. I have to just get going on my move and stuff. But here they all are. I still have some. There are a few that I'm going to keep with me because they're still pretty young and they're expensive. So yeah, but this is the gist of it. So the house is showing right now. I have the doggos in the car with me. I have some plants with me. I didn't want to leave them at the house. I didn't want to put them in the garage. So, I don't know. So I have a couple plants there. All right, so I'm here to check on my plants and see how they are doing. It's been a week. And they look good so far. I know after a week, you know, they'll be fine. Plants deal with, you know, shipping and all sorts of stuff, but my big concern are pests. Oh no. Oh, that doesn't look, oh frick. That doesn't look good at all. There was some nice new growth. Is there still happening? Okay, yeah, there's still, the new growth looks okay. Does not look good. This is so stressful. I cannot express. Alright, well, it doesn't look like any of them are super droopy or, you know, none of them look like they're really, really struggling. We've sold our house. Hasn't closed yet, but we've sold it. We've done our big move into the new house, and I just really had to finish getting my plants. My more uncommon and rare plants I've had at my house, and then the other ones I still have at my friend's house. So today and tomorrow are the final 2 days of hauling my stuff. It's hard not to get sentimental about places, you know. For me, life is about, you know, the memories and all that, and we've had a lot of memories at that place, so it's just a little bit tough. But even though we're not moving far, it still is a bit sad. And part of what makes it easier to leave is that we sold to a super, super nice couple. They wrote us a personal letter about how it's their first home and they're so excited and they've been looking for a long time, and they have 2 dogs, and It just was really heartfelt and wonderful, and it's very, very difficult and competitive to buy a house right now. If you are in the market and you're looking for a house, I highly recommend doing that. The first house we put an offer on, we lost it. Even though we offered over ask price with all these contingencies, we still lost it to an all cash offer investor person. And then this time, this is our like dream home, everything we wanted. We actually put an offer in sight unseen on our house because we were so worried it was gonna go, so we couldn't see it right away. So we went ahead and like offered over list price, because that's the way the market is right now. Like, you kind of have to do that if you want a chance at home. They got a whole bunch of offers, and from the sounds of it, like, they still liked our offer. And then at the very last minute, an investor came in, all cash, offered who knows what they offered, and they still went with us. So incredibly grateful that they chose us. I have definitely had some plant casualties. A lot of my plants have browning leaves. It's just been traumatizing for them. I have had zero time to take care of them, keep an eye on them, water them as needed, or, I have been somewhat neglectful of them. I have really coordinated this move around them. However, it still isn't what I'm used to doing as far as taking care of them. So the things that I love about the new house as it relates to plants, it has so many beautiful windows everywhere, just sunlight pouring in, windows in the kitchen, which I didn't have before, windows in the bathrooms, just windows everywhere. It's so many places for my plants. When we did the walkthrough originally, one of the things that ran through my head was definitely, oh my gosh, my plants would love it here. In the new house, I will have a studio and a plant room. It's a small plant room, but it's still a plant room, and I'm really excited. I'm gonna turn it into like a place where I can film my videos for you guys, and maybe I can hang up like some plant shelves. I'd love to have an IKEA greenhouse in there. So after this, it's gonna be one more trip getting my plants from my friend's house. Fingers crossed they are alive. This is stressful. I have to say, dealing with these plants has probably been the most stressful part of this move. I'm sure there are a lot of things I could have done differently to make this process easier with these plants. It's a lot. I'm exhausted. I already put some grow lights up in the fan, and a lot of you guys ask me what kind of grow lights I have, but they're called Sun Blaster, and I get them on Amazon. I think I'll put a link in the description below. My plants really quickly in the old house were showing so much new growth from it. I mean, in a matter of a month or two, plants that had shown no sign of growth just were starting to really take off. So I'm definitely doing that in the new house. So I just arrived. These are the last plants. I'm kind of dreading to see what I will find here. Uh-oh. What's that doing? Oh gosh. Pepperoni is struggling. Fittonia, oh my baby. My cactus alive. It doesn't look so good. Well, I mean, I think all of this stuff can make a comeback. Only one I'm like not sure about, obviously, is my Fittonia, which I'm in love with this plant. I feel heartbroken. I did him wrong. But this stem feels okay, so I think I'll just chop him back and see if he can make a comeback. A lot of them are doing all right. I was worried about my cacti, but they seem okay actually. So I'm gonna take them home, stick them under grow light, and give them some TLC. Okay, so this disaster zone, anybody who has moved can, I'm sure, relate. I'm trying not to feel overwhelmed and stressed out. It would be the easiest thing in the world to be like, oh yeah, I moved my plants in and like show you the beautiful after product. But, you know, in the effort of always keeping it real with you guys, this is what I'm dealing with, and this isn't even all of the plants. So what I am going to do, just so I can kind of wrap my head around everything I have going on, is I'm going to organize some of these boxes, kind of try to organize my plants a little bit. I will be looking at each one just to make sure that there aren't any pests. And then one of the things I'm going to be doing is weekly treating them with a systemic, and I'm not playing around with the type of product I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using something like Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew, and I'm also going to be using some crystal systemic pesticides. Like, I'm done messing around with spider mites, thrips, fungus gnats. Yeah, but for now, I'm going to get this place somewhat organized. All right, let's do it. Okay guys, so here it is. This is my like rehab kind of setup for all the plants, just so I can keep an eye on them while they're, you know, getting back to being healthy. I anticipate a lot more yellowing and probably a lot more leaves dying, but as long as I see new growth on the plants, I'm okay with, you know, the fact that some of the leaves will probably die. For now, these are, you know, my main ones. And I have the humidifier going. I have some grow lights up there, the fan going to have some air movement and airflow. So yeah, I have them all kind of here in one space, most of them here in one space, so I can keep a close eye on them. Okay, oh my gosh. So as you can see, like everything's pretty much set up at this point. This is not how it's gonna look. This is really just me setting up all my plants in here so I can rehab them. They're gonna need a lot of TLC, a lot of care within the next few weeks. So my plan is just to have as many plants in here as possible so I can keep a close eye on them for pests, make sure they're getting all of the, you know, all the care that they need after all the trauma that I put them through. I do have a couple crates in another room that has some good light, because I kind of was running out of room in here. I also have a few downstairs, but then over time, you know, once they've acclimated, once they've adjusted and they're getting back to healthy, I will be placing them around my house, and I'll eventually do a new houseplant tour in the new home. And I'm also going to be treating them regularly, as I've mentioned numerous times. So I will be sharing that, you know, process, how that's going as well. So lots of good content, lots of videos coming up, and now that I have more time, I'm hoping I can film some more for you guys. Some of these plants I wasn't expecting certain ones to do well, and they're doing awesome, and then other ones that I thought would have no problem are struggling. So it's really random. Yeah, I'm just glad to be like settled in and back to normal a little bit. This video is by no means helpful for anybody wanting to move. There are so many things that could have been done differently and better, and I know this. Don't think I don't know this. I'm going back and editing this, and it's like painful watching everything, but what does it matter? It's all freaking said and done at this point, and all you can do in life is just do your best, and I did my best through this process. So do not use this as a guide for your move if you are moving. I assure you there are much better YouTubers to model your move after. So, and if this is your first video with me, I'm sorry. This is
one of my least favorite videos I've ever done. If you want to see more houseplant content, please subscribe for future videos. I do post weekly content, and I'm also on Instagram, and I post on there all the time, like, planty type stuff. It's a plant account. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. I will see you soon. Bye.